Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Frightened of change, but what can exist without it? What's closer to nature's heart? Can you take a hot bath and leave the firewood as it was? Eat food without transforming it? Can any vital process take place without something being changed? Can't you see it's just the same with you and just as vital to nature? The only thing consistent about the world we live in is change. But it also happens to be one of the hardest things to wrap our heads around. We want consistency. We want predictability. And this innate desire is often a tension with the action we need to take. Right? You can't stay the same and evolve. The Stoics often point to our impermanence as an incentive to grow, to live the lives we were meant to live. Because eventually the lights are going to turn off.
Woo! Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, middle of the week. I'm sending blessings, joy, and happiness to each of you. Cedric in the building. Deanne, it's so good to see you. Shane and Talina, hope all is well. Love it, love it, love it. Talk about a powerful call. Getting off with Neno, the difference between an observer and a visionary. As I listened to that whole thing, I was like, what a topic to go ahead and just go ahead and double back on. It's kind of just like paint another coating, another layer to go ahead and add on top of that, because I believe this is something not to just be able to learn, but this is such a great message right now to go out and teach, right? Drop a 2 down below if you guys can see how many individuals in life seem like they're observers right now. Seem like they're just observing life. They're just taking life for what it is, and I'm a victim, and there's no more abundance left for me. We can see it everywhere. So there's never been a more powerful time than right now to really get into not just being a visionary, but helping others go ahead and step into their greatness as well. And it was so cool. I was listening to a reel yesterday, and it's one of my good friends and mentors, Nate Wolf. He actually started with 500 followers. Now you guys can see this man has absolutely – let me just show you guys who this is, right? Nate Wolf, somebody who was depressed, somebody who literally almost committed suicide, was down and out just a year ago, has completely transformed his body. Now I've been able to watch his growth. He's been on the 75 Hard Day Challenge consistently, and he just said, you know what? Let me just keep it going. So he went from 500 followers to now it's crazy. He's at 188,000. Nate Wolf, Warrior of Christ. I want to just give you guys a sneak peek. Let's just see something.
This to this.
Hold on. Look at this.
I went from this to this. In this first picture, I am addicted to just about everything. I'm far from God. My entire life has shattered before my eyes within the span of a week. And everything I feel like in that time is going downhill. And in this picture is a completely different person. This person has God in their life 24/7. This person is fighting their battles every single day. And this person is in the best shape of their life and has the best trajectory of their life they have ever even imagined. And the truth is, we all want that physical transformation, but that is absolute BS, because there's only one way to do it. If you want everything out here to change, if you want you to change and your family's lives to change, you got to do something. You have to face whatever it is that is holding you back, whether it's your past, a grudge you're holding, a relationship with somebody. You got to cut it out. You got to make peace with it, and you got to move forward. Now, I'm not telling you to be mean.
So something so simple, just being able to see the journey and just see his growth and how much he's been able to transform internally is just nothing but a reflection of what he's living externally. Now he went from being broke, depressed, almost committing suicide, to now he's got an entire fitness business, traveling all over, and now he gets to live life on his terms because he decided to be bold. He decided to go ahead and not be an observer, but go ahead and be a visionary. And I actually had him on one of my podcasts. I can't wait. I actually need to go ahead and drop his episode for everyone to hear, but that's going to be a great one. So today, I just want to touch on real short and sweet, about 10 minutes, on the difference between the observer and visionary, and even my role, how I was an observer and how I was able to go ahead and transition into a visionary. So let's go ahead and get started. But first and foremost, what is everybody grateful for coming into today? Let me know. Drop it down below. And there's a reason why we talk about gratitude every day. Deanne's reading the book, The Science of Getting Rich. And inside of that book, there's a couple different chapters that heavily talk about the power of gratitude. And inside, you guys will go ahead and get a sneak peek. I don't want to ruin it for you, but the power of gratitude is absolutely limitless. So let me go ahead and get IG live and get started for today. Love it. So today we're going to be talking about observer versus the visionaries. Love it. Awesome. I just tapped in. It's good to see you, fam. So grateful to be alive. So thankful for God. It's so good to see each and every single one of you. Dream Team, I'm grateful for all of you. So thankful for the family. Grateful for the knowledge, even today's message, and to be able to put things in a different perspective, right? For me, I feel like things have been very heavy over the past couple of days, dealing with a lot of family issues going on, a little bit of fear, not going to lie. But today I needed that, right? Because the difference between an observer and a visionary, one of the main big things is an observer just sees life for what it is, what's going on, everything we can just see externally. And it might seem like the world is crashing. It might seem like there's no way out. It might seem like there's no lights at the end of the tunnel. And truthfully, over these past couple of weeks, I felt like that with everything that's been going on with my mother. And I felt like I didn't have a lot of answers. But hearing that call again, I realized I was sitting as an observer and not a visionary, right? Because a visionary doesn't see things for what it is that they are. They see things for what they can be. Kind of goes back to finding the silver lining in whatever situation is going on right now. So definitely want to get into that. It's good to see you. What's going on, Jay? Good morning. Love it. So getting off of today's call, I just want to really touch on about 5 different things that separates the observer from the visionary. So number one, we kind of already touched on it just a little bit. An observer, basically, they see things for how it is that they are, not how they can actually be, not realizing that there might be a lesson here that's here for all of us to learn. Okay. Number 2, when it comes to an observer, right? When it comes to just sitting back and thinking that life is just happening to us and it's not happening for us, I've realized along this journey that no matter what's happening along the way, there is a lesson, there is something that can be learned. And there's 2 major pieces an observer has to go through to transition from an observer to a visionary. And it's so true. I love how Nano touched on it this morning, but here's a couple of different things. Number 1, emotional intelligence, right? An observer, once again, being able to see how life is not happening out in our favor, all they can see is just what the eye presents itself. Not knowing that the emotional side, how we react to how we respond, has everything to do with the situation. Cedric just dropped it down below. EQ versus IQ. EQ is something that we don't learn in school. It's not something my professors have ever taught me about. It's definitely nothing my father has ever brought up, or anybody else in my family for that matter. So when it comes to emotional intelligence, they actually wrote a whole book on it. It's called Emotional Intelligence 2.0, but that's step number 1. Number 2 is going to be being able to go ahead and develop a source of discipline. Nano touched on it at the end of the call. He said, whatever goal that we have, whether that be get to a 6-figure income, be able to travel with the family, be able to go ahead and give back in abundance to nonprofits that you wish to, it's going to take digging a little bit deeper. So here's the deal, okay? A visionary understands that no matter what's happening, we're able to go ahead and see things from a different perspective. And this is the way I want to go ahead and paint the picture. Imagine a rock. Okay, imagine a rock and the worst storm that anybody can think of. A visionary is able to go ahead and have gravity. A visionary is able to go ahead and stay grounded inside of the craziest storm that's happening inside of life. And it's wild because as I go back and look at my journey, this is exactly what happened. I've had teams quit. I've had trading accounts get blown. I've had money get scammed from me. I've had every single one of my family members not believe in me. Some of my best friends tell me what I'm doing is a scam. It's never going to be able to work out. But the whole time I always knew if I could stay grounded, if I could be a rock in whatever storm that's going on, this is the perfect point that Neno hit at right as he finished the call. What's the difference between here and there? Here, where we're at right now, and there, where it is that we want to go. The only difference between here and there is just the T that's in front of it. Because when we take off the T and we take that little piece, the T stands for time. Things I must experience. So there's things that we get to experience that's going to allow us to be shaped to the person that we're destined to become. And I've been thinking about that a lot. I was thinking about that after that call. Maybe what I'm going through right now is just a piece of a lesson, is a piece of the chisel to go ahead and cut off what's not needed, to maybe build my connection, my relationship with God a little bit closer. Maybe with my mother together. Today, we're actually going to go to church together at 6 o'clock. She's actually getting out today. I just got the call. I have no idea how today's going to go. I'm scared. I'm fearful, but I'm not living from a place of an observer anymore. Not just seeing for what I see. I'm seeing for where we can go. I'm seeing the growth that can be made. I'm seeing the highest version. And I know it's not going to happen overnight. Great things take time, but I know it's possible. I know there's a light on the other side. So for every one of you guys, realize that whatever's happening in life right now, the only difference between here and there, actually, believe it or not, is just as close as our skin. We're already there. Bob Proctor, all of the greats talk about it. Bob Proctor, Wayne Dyer, right? Dale Carnegie. They all talked about the power of imagination. If we can hold the image in our mind and feel it as if it's already happened, we're already there. We just brought there to here. The only difference is just letting that time manifest. But this is why in The Secret, one of the main things they talk about is being able to go ahead and feel the wish fulfilled as if it's already happened. And that's what a visionary is. If you look at Oprah, if you look at Michael Jordan that didn't even make his high school team, if you look at The Rock Johnson, if you look at Sylvester Stallone, he had to sell his dog. He couldn't even afford where he was living. So he had to live on the streets. He had to sell his dog. Just think about this. Imagine your best friend in the whole world, right? The only thing that you have left, and you have to sell him because you can't even afford to eat. But you know what's so cool? Rocky had a vision. He said, I'm going to go ahead and make so much money that I'm going to be able to go back. I'm going to buy my dog back. And for those of you that don't know, he actually did. He sold his dog. He went out and made his movies, and he went out and he bought his dog back. Talk about a visionary. Talk about being able to keep going when it seems like life is just throwing bricks and hail and snow and all of this madness. This is why the Bible is so crucial. This is why documentaries is so important. This is why reading is so amazing. Because there's never going to be a problem. There's never going to be an issue that we're going to experience that somebody hasn't already written down in a book and talked about it. There's people that have already went bankrupt. There's people that have lost family members. There's people that have went through a lot, that have been able to go ahead and get it back. And then some. My mentor, Sean Murphy, perfect example. He made 7 figures in network marketing, took that money and invested in a 7-figure traditional business. And guess what? He lost it all. Imagine making 7 figures, investing into a business, into physical products, and that business dies. And all of that money that we just made and spent is gone. And now we have to start from zero. Imagine that. So the worst things that's happening in life, realize there's people that have already gone through, there's people that have already been there. And he went from having the 7-figure lifestyle, he had the car, he had the mansion over in Texas. But when he came back the second time, he said, what do I really want? And he's actually a farm boy from Ohio. And he went out to Arkansas and he found the best plot of land that he could find, personally handpicked. And he bought 30 acres of land to go ahead and build his 3 dream homes, to build a huge convention center where people could fly all around the world and be able to experience his energy, experience his teachings. His plan is to be able to literally pick away all of the rocks on the land, to be able to mow the entire land, to have lights filling the entire property. And it's crazy because when I first went there, nothing was built. He had nothing. It was nothing but acres. He had this beautiful view overlooking literally like a 500-foot drop off, this amazing lake, blissful mountain view. And all he had was a vision. He's like, D, I plan to build this huge 2-story house right here. And across the lake, guess what? I'm going to build my son's house. And on the other side, I'm going to build a 500-person event center. And people call them crazy. People say you're never going to be able to do it. Well, now he has a couple places built. He has Wi-Fi out there, and he makes a full-time living from his own beautiful place that he's been able to go ahead and manifest right from his mind. And actually, IG, give me a second. Let me go ahead and show y'all this real quick. RJ in the building. Mills, what's going on? Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to hop right back on. You guys can get on YouTube. But let me show you this, man. This is the power of holding the vision and trusting the process. So for those that don't follow Sean G. Murphy, we actually do a meditation every morning at 7 a.m. at Unlearn Me. So you guys can go ahead and reach out to me. But we've got a lot of great things you guys can catch his Instagram. But let me just give you a piece of this view. Look at this. This is the view that he manifested. He's got his dog out there. He's built this dream place over this amazing view that some people only dream about. So talk about bringing dreams to reality. And his vision is to impact 600 generations down the line. Think about that. 600 generations. If there's one thing I've learned, if people don't think we're dreaming big enough, if our dreams make people, if they don't make them laugh, they're not big enough. If they don't call you crazy, they're not big enough. One of the best things I learned these past couple of years, dream much bigger, much sooner. So if that's you, fam, if you've been dreaming much bigger, if you've been stepping into the highest version, if you know that each and every one of us have the ability, have the power to go in and step into this visionary, into ourselves, and really maximize the potential life has to give, drop some 5s down below. Let me know, because I have a question for everybody. What is our potential? For each one of us, what is our potential? Is it limited or is it limitless? Drop it down below. Is it limited or is it limitless? Right? So if our potential is limitless, let's go to this is part of the 4 quadrants, right? We have potential. Here's the second piece, belief. So if our potential is limitless, then what is our belief? Is our belief limited or is it limitless? So that's step 1. Number 1 is potential. Number 2 is going to be our belief. Where is our belief? Where do we believe that we can take ourselves? Where do we believe that we can go? Who do we believe that we can become? Who do we believe the people out there that we can impact? Right, just like one of my family members, she just fell off the deep end. I believe they were able to go ahead and get restored, and not just restored, but back even better than they were before, regardless of anything that's happened. Right, so that's belief. Number 3 is going to be action. Action. Do we have the ability to take limited or limitless action every day? Can we push the envelope every day? Can we do the power of one more? Right? Can we just get the principle of Kaizen, 1% better every day, or even a 1/10 of 1% better every day? Right? Is that true? So that's actions. Number 4 is going to be results. So if we can tap into our potential, if we can believe and dream much bigger, much sooner, and take that action, right? With that belief and taking that action, going out and not worrying about exactly the result that happens right away. Because entrepreneurship has a jet lag effect, right? I promise you, family, the results are inevitable. By showing up, getting on the go lives, journaling, the reading, asking questions, plugging it in the chat. Every time that we drop our energy or a to-do or an IPA in the chat, family, that's throwing logs on the fire. And as all of us continually throw these logs, we are going to start something, and it's already started, that is going to send smoke all around the world for those that are looking for that signal for help, that signal for community, that signal for growth, that signal to tap into that highest version, that highest potential. So drop a 3 down below if you guys are ready to go ahead and send the smoke and light ourselves on fire so the world can come and watch us burn. This is it. This is the power of stepping into greatness. This is the power of not worrying about what anybody else thinks, because we know where it is we're going. We know our vision, and we know that the best is yet to come. So fam, that is the training for today. I hope you guys got a little bit of value, but realize at the end of the day, we have the power. One candle, one visionary can go and light the candles of 1,000, 1,000,000 other observers just by tapping into our greatness. So, fam, if you're ready to light the candle, smash that like button, drop some likes down below, drop some hearts, and let's go out and have a phenomenal day. If nobody told you today, I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for each and every single one of you. And this is the time. Family, I don't know if you guys know the position that we're in. We just got off a crypto call with Nick Gomez, and the future, the plays that we have, what is about to happen in the next 6 months, in the next 12 months, in the next 24 months. Family, we are set up to go ahead and literally change not just our lives, but also families' lives and generations' lives by being tapped into the information, the community, the access that we have. In fact, we literally went over a play last night. I'll give you guys a perfect example, okay? I'll give you guys one play from last night's call. For those that actually tuned in the whole call, you're going to get a little gem. You're going to get a gem. Here it is, okay? The play that we got last night is called Curve, okay? Curve looks like this. Basically, we're at a point in the market where we're inside of a wedge. So you guys can go do your research. You guys can go ahead and look this up on your own time. But this is a play that can potentially 4x, 5x coming into this next bull market. Okay, I don't know if you guys know what time that we're living in, but let me refresh your brain. Okay, we have currently 62 days left until the halving. For those of you that know, you know, right? This is the time to get plugged in. This is the time to get educated, because think about it. Some people get excited in stocks about maybe a 12% gain. Imagine being able to 3-4x our money, right? Being able to put in $1,000 turns out to 4,000, turns out to 5,000, and then we're able to go ahead and reinvest these profits. Family, this is the time to get the cash flow, stay involved, stay connected, because let me tell you where we're going. There's going to be people that come back a year or two later like, man, thank you, God, for that call. Thank you, God, for the products. Thank you for the access, because it changed my life, and it did the same thing for me. 1,000%. In fact, let me give you guys a play last night, 2 days ago from Tia. Okay, Tia Bolden. She was talking about, she got in some plays, right? And she got into a couple swipe coin trades, and let's just say her account got a little crazy. 22,000, and guess what? It's a live account. Look, let me show you guys this. $22,000 just trading Bitcoin, pretty much. And she turned 5,000 into 22,000. No income claims, but mind you, this is a live account. See how it says 4x live? It's not a demo, live account. So family, we are in such a position to go ahead and take advantage, to go ahead and get residual income. Take this money, invest into trading, take these trading profits, invest it into a portfolio, right? This is called the circle. Actually, let me show you guys this before we get off. Nick Gomez touched on this last night. He said the real circle of wealth, one of the biggest things that we have access to right here, right now, is this. Let me show you guys this before we get off. He said, being able to trade using IM products, being able to take business passive income, use that to trade with, and then take that trading portfolio and put that trades into a portfolio. This is the sauce on how to grow right here. Take the passive income, put that into a trading account, build the portfolio, rinse, wash, and repeat. This is the flow that we're moving in for 2024 with all of the access that we have. So fam, with that being said, I love you guys. Just know that we are set up for freaking greatness. And I'm about to even change my package over back into crypto too. Okay. Swipecoin. This is our DCX Telegram chat. We've got 16,636 individuals in here, and we've got plays, we've got calls being here every single week, every single day. We've got educators giving the sauce. So let's just say we have everything we need with the right people, right place, right time. All that's left is for us to absolutely take advantage and let this time manifest and catch up. So I love you, fam. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Have a phenomenal day. I'll see you guys in a few. It's game time. Let's get to work.